What's up, guys? Just giving you a little taste before the video of what goes down in the Academy Discord. Shout outs to Spooky Z. Came into Discord 3 days ago with a goal of getting to 1100. Never played. Hopped on, followed. Everybody in the Academy helps. That's how we roll. Kid got to 1500 in 2 days. And then he got scared, which is why he said this quote. He's like, now I'm scared to play. I'm like, that's why I said he's going to have to learn the lesson of not getting attached to his results. He listened. And that's the difference when you're a kid. You're more coachable. You don't have a bunch of ego around. You're like, okay, bet. He said, all right, I won't. And boom, 1581. Step your game up, guys. Join the academy. Also, we have a Premier League coming out for the next generation. So in a couple weeks, we're gonna be starting our first Premier League. We're looking for managers, and we're looking for players. So click the link in the description down below. Join the Discord and come sign up. Excited to see y'all on the big stage. All right, let's get to the video. What's up, guys? It's Mrjamvad, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. And yeah, so today's team is going to be a hyper offense team, updated HO, featuring Zarude. Zarude's just a man right now. I enjoy using him more than anything else I had. And this had some cool little text on there, so we're going to use that. Guys. You know, something I was thinking about today. You know, we always got to have some shit jams thinking about. But it's who I am, man. It's who I am. You know, I've been writing this damn thing as of late. Not as of late, but I've been writing this damn article. I haven't been writing it up. It really should have been done by now, to be honest. But it's about learning to. Zarude's good here, very good. I'll team preview it first. And so I'm an interesting muset that's like player synchronized. I'm assuming it's just a one-shot Urshifu, which, you know, makes sense. Or to blitz, like in this case, it would blitz Rillaboom and then Azu Drum Smacks. CC. So let's see. Zarude's core purpose definitely going to be trying to sweep with Zarude. With a bulk up on the right thing, I can sweep him, particularly with grassy terrain up. Because obviously this will knock me on, and as long as I'm bulked up enough to where Zeraora CC can't do much, I'm in a great spot. Unless he's like special focus blast, then I'm dead. Mew, cool set. Life Orb. Curious to see if I can pick up a KO on that Rillaboom. I mean that Urshifu. That's about it. Hazard control. There's no real defensive capabilities it has. Zeraora though is, you know, it's decent. It's pretty decent here. Draco Meteor is pretty solid. Shadow Ball even more so. If I was specs, it would be nice, lovely. Bisharp upon Swords Dancing can clobber his team if Urshifu goes down. And in order for me to sweep, I'll have to belly drum with Azu versus, well, I mean, I might not even need to drum. But phase 1, assuming no Crawdon on start, is Zeraora. I'm definitely gonna get 2-hit KO'd by this, but so be it. Yeah, that did a lot to me. That might be banded. Holy shit! Is that? There's no way Zeraora is doing fucking. Zeraora is mad weak. I'm a Mew. What? There's just no way. And if he's banded, then that changes things a bit. Mew offensive, no HP. I know they've been running Adamant. Knockoff doesn't even come close to doing that much. And then Adamant, then Choice Band. Yeah, that fool's banded, yo. So that means, you know, I'm definitely keeping this. I don't need and so this gives me the Iron Head damage on Urshifu, the crucial damage, crucial damage. It actually goes hard, Crod. That means I get a KO, I suppose, because I get Mew, and then Zarude. He's staring down Zarude. And I power whip something for a KO here. You know, holding positions that cannot be defended. I could have bulked up there too, but I don't think I would have knocked out Urshifu from here. As he outs to Rillaboom. This guy is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. There's a possibility that he is a superpower variant. And obviously after bulk up with choice band, I would have gotten dropped. And so, you know, obviously Dragapult cannot KO him here, but he doesn't know that I'm not, he doesn't know that I'm scarfed. So this opens up Bisharp. Bisharp's never going to sweep because of, oh wow, he got a crit there. That's actually pretty annoying. It's actually a pretty annoying crit. Does sucker matter? Sucker bullet punch. So that actually, you know, should I V-turn? Because what I'm thinking there is, if I should have iron headed there because I need the damage on Urshifu. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have iron headed there. Because he's a banded Zeraora, that's a little trickier. But the way he's playing, I just need to get him to go Rillaboom on my Zarude. And then I either hit the Rillaboom to where he dies to rocks so I can Aqua Jet sweep. I'll take the little bit of 10% or whatever I get. U-turn, yeah. So that's going to be rocks damage. I'm pretty sure I'll kill him where he's at after bulk up Zarude. I need to learn these roles so that we so that we're not just in the dark here. I'd assume Life Orb Power Whip destroys Urshifu at +1. Like, yeah, it's dead. In fact, it didn't even need the damage to do the trick. It's obviously Zeraora dies here to Draco Meteor. It's just a question of whether he'd stay in the Zeraora here. What's my play here? What gives me like a guaranteed situation? Because if he knocks and I go to my own Zeraora, it puts me in an awkward spot because then I just waste it when I could have had more value out of it. If I Draco Meteor and he goes to Aegis Slash, if I Shadow Ball and he knocks off, the Shadow Ball is not going to do enough damage. There's the Aegis Slash. And I figured if he does go to the Aegis Slash, I can get around that by Zaruding him after this. Because I get to go to my Zeraora, take any one hit, because I'm not sure what he's going to be. CC. So he's banded. Okay, this guy just likes banded Pokemon. Which means I'm staring down Flygon next. Which I don't want to be staring down with a U-turn coming out. And so, actually no, they're those weird max defense Flygons. He actually goes Urshifu. Surprises me. If he has Sucker Punch, that means he doesn't have. So Azu here because it's just my best play. So this is super weird. Like my opponent, he's only 16 fucking. I'm tripping. He's only 16 damn. So he's gonna over predict here for sure. And this is where these are the big moments. Because you'd assume I'd go back to my Zeraora. Well, the way he plays. Not necessarily. So he does play rough, which again I should have expected. But I'm playing in a way where I know if push comes to shove I can still win. It's just okay, so he does give me Zeraora predicting me the belly drum here. And so the way he's playing, again, like all I need to do is get his his Rillaboom to come in, lock itself into grass move, and cause I know he's gonna U-turn. Yeah, the way he plays, I don't want to knock off because he might stay in. So I get Urshifu. Again, Zarude probably sweeps now just outright. And I know, like in the it's interesting when you play a game long term. The game looks different to your eyes, but I can tell, like I can see, like, oh damn, you're getting predicted, you know. And in the short term, I was like in the short term, but I'm like, okay, if my opponent does this, this, and this, is this a winnable game, right? And so right here, I put him in a spot where I fire off a knockoff here. If he Grassy Glide locks, I get to go to Zarude. I get to bulk up because he's obviously locked in, doing no damage. And I'm trying to think, yeah, +1 Darkest Lariat for sure knocks him out from here. +1 Darkest Lariat does 81 min, yeah. So I jungle healing to avoid any bullshit. And obviously the grassy terrain is gonna wear out one more time. And if he switches out, he's gonna be within range, right? And ideally I don't want to have to power whip this Flygon. You see what I'm talking about? This stupid shit is what I'm talking about, man. And so now I can lose. In fact, what the fuck? Do you see what I'm talking about? He's fucking banded first impression. What? Who the fuck runs that? Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, so I set that up to where I'm like, okay, if the conditions are met, and they were, I should win this game. But what? Banded fucking first impression, and now I lose to Banded Shadow Sneak. He had the one thing that like the literal one way he could win. But I gotta give it to him. He won the game fair and square. Hopefully, like some miracle, and I survived this. Obviously, I'm not gonna survive at 5%. If I was at 10, I'd probably live, but 5, nah. And then Dragapult, obviously, is gonna die to Shadow Sneak plus Grassy Glide if Shadow Sneak didn't kill me. So in a game like that, I'd look back and be like, okay, where could I account for Flygon having first impression? But that's one of those things where it's just like you live and you learn, and you take the lesson from it, and you be like, okay, cool. Now I got to be mindful of Flygon's first impression, and that's a good thing. What is that? Why would you sash that? How much points have I lost? Holy fucking shit, man. I need to stop fucking around. Get back up into the ladder. Let's see. Because I gotta lose a ton of games before I can go back and relearn and all this shit. So Zarude, very similar situation in this one. Depending on what his Dragapult is, the removal of that's pretty important. He's pretty Zeraora susceptible, you know, KO, potential KO. Wheezing and Rillaboom with rocks up aren't things that he's gonna feel super comfortable having in. Dragapult, it's decent. Bisharp's quite good here, quite good. And if I can smash his Dragapult to a certain point, so get up rocks, get Rillaboom to a certain point, I'm in a pretty commanding position. And so, you know, the assumption is that I'm not Scarf Dragapult, which will likely try to get him to start with the most dangerous thing that he has that I don't want to deal with is his Dragapult. And so I'm staring down Scyther, which sucks. That's definitely something I don't want to be staring down. I could potentially have Will-O-Wisp, I could potentially have Fire Blast and KO this Scyther, because he's likely heavy duty boost, not Eviolite. However, you know, one of my biggest, and I don't regret it. One of my biggest errors is I tend to play in a way where I assume the opponent, and I've done this for years, is super competent, thinks, and no slight to opponents, right? But, and I've always tried to explain this to people in the past. I'm like, I still, even if like the opponent makes a completely stupid quote unquote play, I still don't regret what I did. Not because, oh, I'm stubborn or blah blah blah, right? It's because I understand that I'd rather assume he's good than assume he's not and lose, because then I'll have regret. But if I assume he's good, make the best possible plays, assuming he knows what he knows, then, what regrets can I have? Just got to make my game plan tighter, right? And so the thing that grants me the most value here is Bisharp. I was debating going to get rocks up there, but if he does switch, he's gonna be Magnezone. Magnezone is not gonna enjoy this, especially because it's the body press variant. Oh, am I trapped? I'm trapped. Wow, knockoff did no damage. I know. Wow, this is a Bisharp counter. That's kind of cool. Like, people use this to counter Bisharp. Well, I suppose I could have Swords Dance there as he goes to Scyther. That one shot. Wow, Scyther is like super weak without. Why did he? I'm trapped. Sucker Punch is 84. Knock is slightly weaker. Yeah, body press definitely KOs me. I'm surprised he Scyther. I don't know what. Perhaps he was kind of is like low kick a thing. The KOs I got weren't true detrimental. I'm gonna set up rocks and I'm gonna KO this. Because I know he doesn't have Volt Switch. The damage on my Mew is, I want to say, irrelevant, but it's not game changing. I'd much rather get that rocks damage on the Weezing and the Rillaboom. That way my Zeraora can start clobbering, or my Azumarill can start belly drumming, as he actually switches out to Dragapult, which is weird. That's a very weird switch. But I mean, he switched from Magnezone to Scyther, so what the fuck am I gonna say? And so the only move he could go for here, well, he could actually have Hex. I'm gonna play rough hard here. And this is what I'm talking about when you say you assume that the opponent, has some kind of rationale behind his play. And I mean, that's the point of the academy. Like, I'd never bash the person for not knowing what they don't know. It's the point of the academy. Okay, so it's heavy duty boots, which means we're staring down potential Hex or likely Hex or Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp would have sucked, but it didn't really make much sense to take a player off there to Will-O-Wisp on me when you assume that you can knock him out. And now this allows for me to get this knockoff damage that I so desperately desire, because it's getting to the point where if this gets hit, one, he's gonna get hit to the point where he's gonna lose his boots and likely die to rocks, which means the only thing Zarude has to worry about, which is like U-turn and Will-O-Wisp or Thunder Wave from this, is gone, and so Zarude can really hammer away. And another upside is if he goes to Weezing, because jungle healing, remember, heals your status too, which is a really cool tech about it. And so if he goes to Weezing, this allows for me to get the knockoff damage and the Volt Switch damage. I get to go back to Mew, right? Because Azu can't sweep, he sludge bombs, which is fine. And then I get to fire off a Flare Blitz here. I mean, I'm not sure what he'd do. I'd probably just stay in all honesty. And then I can go back to Zeraora. He actually goes to Dragapult, which I'm not mad about. And the U-turns coming out here. curious as to his fascination with like saving really like low health mines. Actually, a mistake hexing there because that allows the Zeraora to come back, and so you lose a mine. Well, I guess he could have. I mean, he couldn't avoid this. I guess. Um, I guess I just assume that Rillaboom is something he wants in. And I also narrate from this perspective because I want you guys, if you're watching and you're thinking about his plays or like something you do if you were playing, it clarifies the what not to do. So by Blissey going away, this completely Blissey now he opens up Dragapult. Um, yeah. And so this could be banded, it could be whatever the hell. At this point again, Dragapult is just the man. So I don't even need to. If he's banded glide, then I just go to Pult and Shadow Ball twice. Because I'm Scarf Pult and because I have Zarude, I don't need to be overly concerned about this. And so I'm going to U-turn wouldn't make much sense. Knockoff wouldn't make much sense. If he is choiced, then I just Shadow Ball spam. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go Zarude here. So if he's Swords Dance or if he's U-turn, so only choice sets run U-turn. So it's likely banded, which means at this point, right? Perfect. I get to go to my my Dragapult. He can't guard against it. If he sacks Wheezing, because he probably doesn't know that I'm Scarf. And then I get to go to Azu here. Yeah. Again, that wasn't some crazy prediction. It just didn't really have a shot. I have a choice. And so I want to KO the Wheezing before the grassy terrain ends. But I don't think I'll be able to do so. The reason that's important is because I'd rather have him not be able to grassy glide. Well, I can do so, but because I don't want to risk a Fire Blast miss or anything dumb like that. But alright, whatever. He actually knocks a misplay. It's actually a misplay, especially if he switches. Yeah, because now it's just a guaranteed loss to Pult. Yeah, because now you grassy glide crit can't even win you the game. Yeah, but I'm starting to learn though. Like, it's super weird because I took like 2.5 weeks off. How much things have changed, and so like it's always fun to readapt. It's always fun to readapt, relearn all these things because, you know, I always say this to people who are rushing to get good. Sure, get good as fast as you can, but rushing is very different. Rushing assumes that you're late, and so, like, I enjoyed the journey back up. Sometimes I lose track of that. Sometimes I lose sight of that. But for the most part, I'll come back and realize I'm tripping. You are tripping, buddy. Dramazu immediately I see is just destructive and consider it 6-0s him. Now it probably won't because this could be helmet, this could be helmet, this could be helmet, and I have to deal with iron barbs on this. And if he starts switching around, he has nothing to bait me to Aqua Jet other than Excadrill. But more importantly, I think Zarude, as usual, is amazing here. The only condition I think I'd need met is the weakening of the Corviknight, which I think Mew would be able to do, because the Corviknight is going to assume that I am something else. Zeraora is quite good here. Dragapult is decent. Bisharp is also pretty lethal. If Corviknight and Hippowdon are these things are weakened, but doubling down on Azumarill here for sure and Zarude. And so we're going to try to set up all the conditions for Zarude to be the last mine. So we're staring down Hippo. Generally, Hippo doesn't want to be in versus Mew, but this is a case where he does. So it makes me think that, okay, he might not know as much, because like you'd never have Hippo in versus Mew, because I can just like Will-O-Wisp or whatnot. And so Zarude gets to come in. I'm gonna bulk up first. Yeah, I expected Ferrothorn. What's my speed tier? I'll jungle healing first. Okay, so I lost my life orb, which isn't great, but I do get to hit his Ferrothorn at least once. Now jungle healing again, just in case the Corviknight tries to. Oh, the Corviknight is not even that relevant. Pex, excellent. So this power whip damage is going to be important on the off chance that he's Haze, right? Darkest Lair is my best play. I'm surprised he actually went Sylveon hard. No, actually no, because if you're Fizdef Sylveon, you're assuming I bulk up. So I got a lot of value out of that turn, primarily for Azu when it belly drums here, because now it's on. It's on. I have no fair resist, I've come to realize. But Zarude is so damn good, and the way he's playing his Corviknight is not something that can touch my Zarude. It seems, at the very least. And so I'm going to throw in my Mew here as he wishes. I'm gonna Flare Blitz hard. One, because I don't need the Mew. I want to get the free switch into the Bish. Because I want this to be gone out of the team. Not out of the team, you get what I'm saying. But, you know, basically be gone. Depending on what his Hippowdon set is, this could be problematic. But upside is Hippo will be gone. And Hippo being gone means Zeraora just runs wild versus his team. And so I'm open to making this trade if it is and if it's Helmet, then because Earthquake doesn't always kill, right? And if it's Helmet, because now he's in a really tough spot, because he has to either give me the Hippowdon or give me the Ferrothorn or give me the Toxapex, or he's gonna have to give me that Corviknight's health. Earthquake did nothing to me though, and so he can't even go to Drill. And so he goes to the Corviknight. I get to get this big hit off. What? What the fuck kind of Bisharp is this? What the fuck? And what kind of Corviknight is that? No wonder I took so little from the damn. What the fuck? I'm like, how did he just outspeed me? And why is he so fast? Body press, probably body press. Body press. Body press. Brave Bird, perhaps. Is he max speed? No way, he's max speed. Because what I want to do, I could go to Corviknight. I mean Zeraora, and Plasma Fist. Actually, he only has one more turn of. He only has one more turn of Sand left since he was leftovers Hippo. And so I can kill the Drill afterwards. I don't even need to worry about the Corviknight. So Zeraora is like amazing right now. Oh, Plasma Fist has a ton of PP. Yeah, I don't even need to think about it. Knock that out. So he has to use Sylveon as his means of defense. That's what I said, like Zeraora was super good here. But the Sylveon has to go and he has to wish. Right. Which it is what it is. Allows Azu to come in. Um, and I don't have to worry about the helmets anymore. Well, actually, Ferrothorn, I mean, the Pex was sludge. Never mind. Yeah, I don't even have to worry about the helmets anymore. So this should be checkmate. I should be more than healthy enough to take this thing on. Yeah. And so Jet's my play here. I just really don't want. No, Nox. Jet's my play. Yeah, Jet makes sense. No matter what he did there, because if he loses to Sylveon, he loses to my. This seems to be like some random ass max speed Corviknight. Either way, Zarude and Zeraora wins. Now I'm like scared of Corviknight because my Bisharp was slower, you know, like crazy stuff. But because the Toxapex as an item, it won't matter anymore. So this one went, you know, a lot better and a lot more to how I expected. Good game, bro. First impression, Flygon. Like, that is sick. What? Who does these things? It's a blast. Guys, just hop on and use this team, man. It's lit. Matter of fact, there was a hazard stack Mew team that I had. Before I forget, actually, I'll put it in the middle of the video. No, I'll put it here too. I'll do it after I do the team preview. I just realized it's like 30 minutes in already. But this one's a lot more fun. Sometimes it just requires a little perspective shift. It's a very similar situation where I'm going to try the Azu sweep, but if it's unaware cleft, then obviously we can't do that the way we like. I think I will kill his Urshifu turn 1. And Zarude, again, it'll depend on quite a few factors, but Zarude's quite good here. Bisharp, if this is gone, either forces Hippo to take the hit or forces Skarm to take the hit. If Hippo takes the hit, it opens up Zeraora. Skarm probably can't beat Zarude once I start bulking up, so really Zarude's world, man. It's a Zarude world, quite honestly. It's a Zarude world. I could see him staying in, you know, testing the waters. That makes sense to me. I do want my Zarude's life orb to stay because it means Urshifu dies in one power whip, and this likely has knockoff. Unfortunately, I don't have a psychic move. I have Blitz and Play Rough. And I'm gonna trust my guy here. You know, you're really probably gonna be using the psychic stab if I had it anyway. I'm debating whether or not it'd be better to have like Fire Blast or Flamethrower to flare Blitz. What are most cores? Psychic, like most things that I can't taunt, you know. But Play Rough would smack Hydreigon surprisingly. But he sees the nature of my team, and so he's probably assuming that I'm just balls to wall offense, which he's not wrong about. And so he knocks off, right? Now my thing is I can't really do shit about that, which I'm not fond of. Like I can't do shit now. I could go to Zarude. Let me think. If I go to Zarude here, if I taunt him, then go to Zarude, I get to keep the Mew, but I'm staring down. What's this hazard control? Drilling. And so Hippo comes out. This is actually perfect. It's actually perfect. Whatever his hazard controller is gonna come out here. Or he could just Earthquake. He could just Earthquake. Earthquake makes sense to me, especially if you're not fearing Zarude. Earthquake makes a lot of sense. I just want to get Zarude in and bulk up once because I'm not fearing Skarmory's body press. That shouldn't do too much to me after a bulk. Um, I just want to see what the Skarm will do, and then if it does whirlwind, almost anything it whirlwinds me into is an upside. Um, Assuming the opponent is competent and knows. So there's the earthquake, as expected. The bulk up here. Excellent, excellent. Pex is exactly what I'd like to have in. And we'll just Darkest Lariat rather than Power Whip, because Power Whip won't knock him out. Because I know he's going to haze, right? And so this allows for another bulk up as he probably goes to Skarmory. I'm surprised he stayed in. He was just going to give me his Toxapex. Very odd decision. Very weird decision there. Maybe he's just like, okay, Zarude is a big enough problem to where I can't even switch. Maybe that's his rationale there. Either way, jungle healing is always going to be my play. There's the Skarmory that I expected last time. And so now it's a question of, is this body press shouldn't do too much to me. Is this bulk up? Is this spike? Okay, excellent. And so this is likely helmet. Helmet whirlwind, as we're gonna get this Darkest Lariat damage. It's big damage. His helmet, that's not good. Fuck, he has Brave Bird. Fuck, he has Brave. Who runs Brave Bird? That's a big deal. Shit. He has Brave Bird. That's a little stronger than Body Press. I think I could have outdamaged Body Press. What's also interesting is I could have kept jungle healing spamming. Jungle healing gets me 25%. Man, that's rough. So we're trading here then. Man, I didn't want to trade Zarude for... Whew, we got to get our information updated. Skarmory's running Brave Bird now. It makes sense, but I thought that particularly with a helmet set, you'd run Toxic and Whirlwind, so you wouldn't be afraid of Rillaboom enough to where you need Brave Bird. But, you know, it was Brave Bird, what can I say? And that spike is a big deal because now that means that the Hippo can likely just guaranteed one-shot me. Though he has a Urshifu, so... you know, it is what it is, but I haven't shown Play Rough, and so I'm trying to get Urshifu to I think I might have lost now for sure. He got sand up. I could go Pult U-turn into, because my thing is the Hippo and his Urshifu together can beat my entire team. But if it, I guess if it's Clef versus Azu, no, I'd probably die to Sucker Punch. And so I'm actually gonna go to Pult here. What? Oh my, I could have blitzed the shit out of him. Now, mind you, there's no way he could know I have Flare Blitz, right? The drill isn't even that big of a factor. Like, it's a problem, but it's not like my biggest issue at the moment. Earthquake, which implies that he's probably... like, Azu is my saving grace. Yeah, that Skarmory Zarude situation really put me in a... it's Rapid Strike too, which is even worse for us because, you know, he can take an Aqua Jet like well. But that is my only shot. I have to let him Surging Strikes, right? Then U-turn, Polt out. Now he could stay in it and just attack my Polt, for sure. But right, get Clefable in, and then we got a belly drum versus this. This was the only thing I could drum versus. So like you get the idea. He could try to scout for Banded with Pex. I think it's too big of a risk though. So he's gonna just go for his Moonblast. I'll take that hit. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. That was a pretty big miss. But he's still, the Urshifu should be high enough to where it can take a jet anyway. Clef being gone's a pretty big. It's not over yet. I don't think. Urshifu should. Why did he forfeit? I mean, you use Thunder. You can't expect to hit every Thunder. But why did he just forfeit? I'm pretty sure Urshifu was more than capable of taking an Aqua Jet. Now, is he he just gave the game away. I mean, I'm not complaining. Free points. Especially because, after his comment there just made me think, oh, okay, bet. Now I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, guys, the Academy Premier League signups are open. All players, come get your medal tested. This will be crazy. And it's going to be in the next metagame. So it's going to start after all the beasts have been released. So go ahead, click the link in the description and go hop on. Join that tournament. Don't be a bitch. Hop on. Play. Yeah, and I told y'all about the 13-year-old kid yesterday that got to 1500 after 2 days of being in the academy. But he probably taught a lot of people things because as somebody said in the comments yesterday, our own ego gets in the way. And so a 13-year-old kid who doesn't give a fuck about losing or self-image or what this means about me just destroyed the ladder and just had a blast doing it. So that was very, very, very dope to see. I've quite a few win cons here. Zarude, primarily Azu, just like the other two. Could be Bisharp too. Though Bisharp struggles a little bit with Rotom. Zeraora is quite good too. All my offensive threats except Polt are pretty good, but Polt's going to be important to learn that Bisharp and to check that Rotom heat. And so we're staring down Zeraora here. As I was gonna say, he's probably just he probably doesn't want to get wisped. He's probably gonna get knocked here. Toxic spikes. What did he just call though? Watch Corviknight come in and I regret it, but I can always go back to Mew. T-Tar comes in. I don't mind Tar, especially because this is a free bulk up. I wonder what the role on this is. I don't get the Clef switch. Clef doesn't make much sense to me unless you think you could have taken a hit, taking 2 power whips. I'm not gonna throw away Zarude here. It's too important, as we've learned. I'm keep trying to get Zarude to do it all. When it's it's just a Zarude at the end of the day. As amazing as it is, it's just a Zarude. It's just a Zarude. And so we're gonna pick up some mileage here off either. So Sticky Barb takes a life orb. Which means he's Orb Moonblast now. Not ideal, but the way he played his Toxapex. So I'll just Flare Blitz here for the damage as he Orb Moonblast. Excellent. Excellent. And so this gives me a lot more mileage on my Bisharp. Because, well, is that how I want to play this? Because basically right here, I'm staring down Corviknight most likely. He could opt for Rotom Heat. That'd be semi-risky. Right, Life Orb Moonblast. So it actually gives me the Clef Just surprising. I didn't think he'd go Pex either. Doesn't have a knockoff switching. So if he goes to Tara, I can still get... Pex wouldn't have died there, but I would have liked to remove his item. My Bisharp's a problem here with predicting around Sucker Punch, as he's giving me Clef. And he's still going to have to play around this Bisharp. Yeah, I'll remove this item for my Zarude. Wow, that died. Holy shit, Bisharp is strong. This is Adamant Black Glasses. It's likely not a max defense. So we're probably staring down Corviknight. Rotom Heat. Let's play this game. I'm not playing with these hoes, man! Bisharp, no! Bisharp, don't do it to him! It's super interesting how I lose to the... And I always joke about this. I lose to the... you know, the 1900s, 2000, the top of the top players on the ladder at the moment are always the easiest for me to beat, because they know what they're doing, and so their patterns are easier to read. But when first impression Flygon's the only thing you lose to in the live, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. And so we're actually back in the 1700s, which is funny. And so we're playing Godstar. I think I've played this dude several times and smacked him, and then he gets mad. I think this is a Rager dude, which makes me excited to defeat him. Bisharp for sure is gonna be my saving grace. And in order for me to really get the mileage out of that, unfortunately I'm gonna have to get rid of his item, because I don't want his Rock Helmet on Bisharp. Once I SD though, and once his Hydreigon has been battered, Bisharp can just come in and either Sucker Punch, or that Hydreigon might not even be able to touch my Bisharp, and I just sweep him from there. I also can sweep him with a Azumarill. It's probably easier than anything else. And so with all my offensive sweepers, it's my game to lose. I certainly have the tools, and so I'm excited to play well. I'm gonna play this a lot more patiently, because I think this is that same guy. Tangrowth always be running power with, Sludge Bomb, so you know Zarude isn't gonna sweep like I'd like, unless I want to significantly weaken the Tangrowth. I think I may be able to kill his Hydreigon turn 1. Actually starts with the Reuniclus. I wonder what this does. I guess it doesn't matter. I know it won't Calm Mind, because that doesn't make sense. And so I'm going to take this opportunity to get the Rocks Up knockoff. Okay, makes sense. Polt is easily my least useful Pokemon. So, interesting. Infestation knockoff, then he stays in. So what was he gonna do? Infestation knockoff, then he stay. What the fuck was he gonna do? Certainly can't be something that Zarude can't handle. Future Sight, huh? And so we're staring down. He's likely gonna go to his Corviknight slash Tangrowth. I showed Flare Blitz. This is very odd. Maybe he's Assault Vest. Maybe that's what I'm staring down right now. Knockoff, Infestation, in which means that okay. If I bulk up with Zarude now, it's gonna be Tangrowth, Sludge Bombing. I get more value out of switching into Mew here. Right, because if he goes to Corviknight anyway, then I've shown Flare Blitz, which means he's probably going to be trying to check out for it. Or he may have U-turn on this. And he also doesn't have an item. Not an item, but he doesn't have leftovers. So it's likely Rocky Helmet on this, which is important knowledge to have. Blitz is always my play here. In case he has U-turn or something. I don't get the defog decision, considering, you know, I just taunt into rocks. Was he? He's shed shell. So Corviknight being this low really opens up my Tangrowth a lot more. I mean my Zarude a lot more. I've shown Taunt. Maybe he just doesn't think. Maybe he's one of those. So I'll Blitz again. Because they're two. Alright, this is the same dude. This is the same dude. This has to be the same. He plays the exact same way. What? Bro, are you not understanding? Like, I'm assuming your soul body press? What the? What in tarnation is going on right now? Like, what? Okay, so the Corviknight is within Zarude range. That's good. Zeraora comes in, forces in Tangrowth, which is what I want. Actually, do I want this thing's item going? Yeah, I do. I do, because I don't want Bisharp taking any kind of helmet damage. We're going to U-turn again here. Even if he stays in, I have the Muta sack if push comes to shove. Or I have Zarude I can go into push comes to shove because he's going to knock off or out for Sleep Powder. Tangrowth is really important, so I doubt he just let me have it, right? And so I'll take the Tangrowth's Rocky Helmet. I don't want him having that. Excellent, excellent. And because he should assume that I'm gonna go to my actually, the way this is panning out, I might just be able to Boko Zarude him straight up. He's gonna knock off, so there's no point in me giving him a Musack. But he also might have Sleep Powder. And so I want to keep Mew for Sleep Fodder. So you turn Toxapex. What do I want to have in versus Pex? Zarude versus Mrjamvad, Switch. So I'll give him Zarude's item here because Zarude has longevity. He has Toxic. Interesting. He might not be able to touch my Tangrowth, actually. So if he has Toxic, then I'd assume he doesn't have Sleep Powder, and I'd assume his next decision would be to either knock off or go for Sludge Bomb if he has it. So Infestation, okay. So everybody got Infestation. Alright, I get you. That's really good information though. That means that's his only means of beating my Zarude. He doesn't have a really solid solution to that. Tango's at 56. Toxic Infestation. I'd assume you have Grass Move and okay, excellent. 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 That's my best play here. That's 74. It's gonna bring him to 70 if he stays in. Yeah, I can't have him staying in and recovering. He's obviously shown body press, but I think this game might be done here. Thinking if I belly drum here into, if I go Polt, Splissy, if A belly drum here, I weakened the Hydreigon to the point where Bisharp wins. Yeah, because he's just going to Iron Defense. Right. I should still 2-hit KO him or OHKO him with knockoff. And body press shouldn't do enough to where Hydreigon can knock me out with anything. Wow, that did nothing. Oh shit, that's not good. Knockoff did a lot less than I expected it to. Well, shit. I just wasted my Azu. My own impatience there. I thought knockoff would do a lot more to the Corviknight than it just did, but I was incorrect. Okay, so he just stays in and gets hit. And I just realized that he only has the what's going on, man? What's going on, man? But so at this point, Zarude's gonna be a beast. Oh, he actually sacks it expecting Blizz. This guy plays the exact same way after all this time. Cause I'm like, nah, he'll do, you know, he like, clearly you're gonna lose if you keep playing. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna keep getting what you're getting. And he doesn't like what he's getting, I'd assume. So he's gonna stop doing what he's been doing, but he keeps doing what he's been doing. And so I don't want, I know he's probably going to knock off. I don't need my magnet. VS into Mew rocks. I want rocks here. Infestation doesn't make much sense to do. Future Sight would make sense though, and so that's why I pulled here. He has Psychic. Okay, interesting. Okay, I don't get why Tangrowth was the move, but okay. Come on, man. Fuck. And he stays in. Give me that. What? He just stayed in. He's Helmet. What the fuck? Help me. Help. Help me. Help. What is happening right now? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm so, like, I'm trying to play this in such a way where, like, absolutely no bullshit can happen. Wow. This is one for the books, ladies and gents. This is one for the books. Well, upside, I'll just say in CC, man, I'm not predicting anymore. I'm done predicting, man. I want this thing's item on so that my Azu can kill it. I no longer need. He's definitely a Soul Vest. So future side Psychic Infestation, which means Bisharp just seals the deal now. And Zarude and all these things. So he Psychics. SD in here and it's done. Shouldn't be able to do shit to me, right? Yeah. Okay. Very weird game. Very weird game. And now you get why I play so, like, cautiously, kind of. Like, I'm like, okay, let me see what the fuck is going on here, and I'll switch around 100 times because I'm like, I want to make sure that. And in tournament, that's generally how you, because your opponent in tournament, what a lot of people don't realize is they look at the result of the battle. There's so much that goes into one win that it's not even necessarily always a good. Like, if I just know you like to bring Bisharp in offense and I counter team you, it's part skill, but part me just counter styling you. Now, as a player, you have to adapt, but it's not. What goes into each win is not strictly just skill, right? I mean, you could argue my team matchup versus him was quite good, especially based on what he had. And his Hydreigon just took a fucking play rough. What? Quad resisted, quad weak. Crazy stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button. I know you had a blast, because I know I did. And I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Back on our way, people. Peace.